Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Wow, an overcast, dreary day across central Illinois with the rain that continues to fall. As you can see here on our roofing dog on that Bratcher weather camera, you can see some of the drops there on the lens. And you can see with the current temperature, it's 37. At least it is rain and not snow. But it is a cold rain for sure with wind chills that are down below the freezing mark. There's a look at the satellite radar pictures. The showers continue to move through. Seeing a little bit of the back edge starting to show up, but if you're heading out and about, well, be careful out there because those roads are obviously very wet. You can see on our Neal Street camera. Rain continues. We'll let you know when it finally departs when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The need is huge for proper clothing for children.
And now kids won't be able to get them anymore. Why a department shut the doors on one charity. Plus, her daughter's murderer was found guilty last week. Today, why she's concerned for his family. And one county still needs to do a recount of their sheriff's race. Why that's going to now take even longer.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
You get to pick what you want your child to wear is now taken away.
A Champaign charity is at risk after losing their workspace. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. His Kids Closet gives children's clothes, toys, and household items to families in need. They had been operating out of Champaign-Urbana Public Health District's WIC Center until now. WCIA 3's Karina Rubio is with us. So, Karina, why did the group lose its space?
Well, Jennifer, his Kids Closet says that's exactly what they're wondering, too. The answer is a bit unclear. They got an email from the health department without any notice saying his Kids Closet would no longer be able to use the room, effective immediately. Today, his Kids Closet told me the email said the issue was with consistent volunteers. They'd been struggling with staffing because many of those volunteers are U of I students that go home for breaks. The nonprofit said when they went to go check on their room and inventory, it had already been cleared out. They say this puts a big strain on the dozens of families that rely on them weekly.
The big concern is the walk-in, the availability for them to go in and pick out their own clothing for their children. It's a lot different than 5 or 6 volunteers sitting around and picking out clothes for your kids.
Nonprofit says people can still reach out via their Facebook page for items for pickup, but they say it's not the same as a designated distribution center. When I talked to Colleen Dorsla from the Kids Closet today, she told me now they're looking for another location that can offer space, like a church, school, or food pantry. I reached out to the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District, but haven't heard back yet. Jennifer.
Hopefully they can find something soon.
Hopefully.
Right, thank you. And like we said, if you are in need of items from this group, you can message his Kids Closet directly. You can find a link to their Facebook page and contact information at WCIA.com. We have a follow-up on a historic theater in Champaign months after a sudden bankruptcy. A landlord and the Art Film Foundation have reached an agreement. David Kraft is the owner of 126 West Church in Champaign. That's the same property that housed the art theater. Now, late last year, the foundation running the theater filed for bankruptcy. Kraft said he didn't know the theater was closing until those bankruptcy papers were filed. Earlier this month, the judge decided what Kraft and the foundation could each keep. Kraft had asked for around $60,000 in a claim. He will get to keep many of the art theater's infrastructure-related items, including the marquee and rights to the art theater name. He will also keep the foundation's $4,000 deposit. One U of I student says she had to sleep in a makeshift room for an entire semester. And she wasn't the only one who had to do it. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in our control room. So, Courtney, how many students had to do this?
Well, Jennifer, University Housing tells me more than 100 students had to stay in these temporary dorms. That's because Townsend Hall was shut down for construction. Now, how these spaces look is they're just made out of common spaces in Weston Hall. Those students still had doors that lock and beds and closets, just like a normal dorm. But one student we talked to described them as makeshift spaces. Jessica Skaczynski is a freshman and spent her first semester in one of those rooms. She got half off of her housing costs because of it, but says it never felt like home.
You know the feeling of like when you step into a school after hours and it kind of feels weird, or like being in an airport for a long time? That's kind of how it felt like. I didn't really put in any decorations or anything because it didn't feel like home. Like I always left back home for the weekend. I didn't really spend a lot of time in the dorm.
University Housing told me they tried to be open with students about this situation. They say they contacted students long before the semester started to let them know they'd be staying in temporary dorms. Skaczynski is now in a permanent dorm. University Housing leaders say they don't always have to use these temporary dorm situations. However, for situations like construction or increasing enrollment, they are sometimes forced to use that option. Reporting live in the control room, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Courtney, thank you so much. Now, about 130 students were affected from the start of the fall semester until October. 25 of those remained in temporary spaces for the rest of the semester. They have all been relocated now to permanent rooms. We have an update from last week. With Holly Cassano's murder case closed, her mother says she is ready to move on. Cassano was murdered in her Muhammad home in 2009. Michael Henslick will likely spend the rest of his life in prison for the crime. Cassano's mother says she took the weekend to process that. Today, she reached out to us, wanting to share her thoughts. And one of the things she's particularly concerned about is how the public might treat Henslick's family.
I gave them hugs and told them I wasn't upset with them, that this wasn't their fault. They are hurt. They are shocked. They are confused. Please give them the space that they need to process and accept what has happened to their family.
So incredibly giving. If you've followed Holly's case over the years, Cassano wants to thank you for your support. You'll hear more from her tonight at 6. People in Illinois have their own representatives. Why hundreds of thousands vote for could change next year, why that could change. Plus, the state is working on more ways to keep pregnant women healthy, how they're making sure women don't suffer from a common disorder.